Hi, my name is Alyssa. I am 20 years old and I am from New Hampshire. I started vaping at 17 years old with a Juul, and I then proceeded to use Sorens, air bars, puff bars, boulders, any type of vaping device that there's out there. I probably bought and used it. I think it's really, really important for older generations, people in schools, state governments, federal governments, people working for the FDA. It's so important for them to understand the severity of the epidemic that's going on with vaping with people in my generation. It almost seems like everything about the product, the color, taste, smell, marketing of it is all comprised to get people my age and younger addicted. What inspired me to quit was actually a video with the Truth Initiative from a social media influencer that I follow, and it was just super inspiring to me, and luckily I quit 6 months ago and I haven't touched anything since. And it's been quite an adjustment to explain to people in my peer group why I quit nicotine, why it's bad for us, and what they just can't understand is happening or might happen to their bodies, because that's the other thing with nicotine, is that we just don't have any long-term research with these vaping devices, what will happen to our bodies and what will happen to people what will happen to people with long-term use. So I think that it's really important for older generations to understand, try to help. It's very important to support, listen, and just do your best to keep the younger generations who are trying to quit on the right track and remind them that they are strong and they can do it. The FDA pushed back by several years the deadline for these e-cigarette and vaping companies to have the FDA determine whether or not these products are safe for public use. I, along with many other kids in my generation, got addicted to nicotine and these products in that time that you allowed these companies to sell their products. What do you have to say now to me and everyone else who got addicted, and now we know that these things aren't safe? Now there are kids who aren't as strong as me and haven't had the opportunity to gather up the willpower to quit these items, but all the while they're still using them and harming themselves. The FDA is supposed to protect the American people, especially people of my generation who aren't smart enough to know. You're supposed to release the information to let us know what is safe and what we should be using, and you completely failed to do that. And now there's an epidemic of young people who are addicted to these awful things. I used to buy all of my products from stores that weren't supposed to sell them to people of my age. So what is the FDA and the federal government going to do now to make sure that no longer happens?